I can't seem to stop buying singles from WhatNot, so today I've got a box full of all the singles that I've purchased recently. We're going to take a look at them. As always, once we've taken a look at all of them, we're going to go ahead and then put them in the binder so you can see how many new additions there are, how many new upgrades there are. So there's two sort of parts to these videos always. So we're going to open up the box. So unpacking them, this one seems to have like a little bit of a kind of dink there on the side and a little bit of whitening, so it's only going to be something for the binder. And it is the Darkrai GX. I've been looking for a really good Darkrai card to go in. I love Darkrai, I think it's a really cool Pokemon, and this artwork is sick. There's something about the color scheme of this because it's slightly like blue and pink and blue and red almost. Next up, we have another entry, and again, maybe the slightest little dink up there, but again, it's all just for the binder anyway. And it's a Stunfisk. I love this artwork. I don't think some of these Pokemon get a lot of love, to be honest. And you know, we have to get every single one of them for the binder anyway. Next up we've got the Vibrava. Again, another artwork I just really enjoy. This one is from Surging Sparks. It is the illustration rare. Very subtle, almost kind of sort of shimmer to it with the holo. And the next one is, we have the Chimecho. Again, I saw this one and just had to grab it. I think there's something about the ones where the Pokemon is not somewhat involved in the actual holo as well. So for me, this one just caught my attention again because all of that's just lovely shimmer. I think what they could have done is actually flip this horizontally, and it could have looked like these rays were sort of sun rays. And flipping this one, it's the Magneton. Look at this artwork, it's so cool. So much going on, it's so busy. It is the promo code from a particular set, and I'm yet to see a better Magneton card. And the next one then is a Japanese card, and it is the Blitzel AR. Again, a really cool card. This whole set just seems to have that kind of effect where the Pokemon itself isn't necessarily sort of in the actual holo effect. Just again, a really cool card for a pretty sort of average Pokemon when you look at it. Next up we have the Drapion V. There is a better Drapion that I have seen that I really like. It's where it's on like real sand. It's a really cool card, but this one at the time caught my attention. After that, we then have a Tatsugiri EX from Surging Sparks. I really like these cards. I think it's just because the amount of color around them, the kind of very little bit of texture in here, the kind of graininess to it, but also the amount of color in the shimmers as well, like where it goes through the eyes and all the little crystals. These Surging Sparks cards are beautiful. Up next we have, and I believe it is Terapagos. Again, another really awesome looking sort of Surging Sparks card. Look at that texture in there, so much in there, it looks awesome. We have the Rockruff full art. Could not stop myself from grabbing this one, love it. And up next we've got the Weirdeer, again from a similar kind of set, nice sort of reflection of all the little colors in there as well. After that we've got Castform. Again, you know the rules in this particular episode when the Pokemon is not part of the holo. Awesome card. Next up we've got the Lucario EX. I know there's some better Lucarios, and I think this kind of falls into, with the next card especially, that it was kind of the earlier purchases with WhatNot, so I kind of got a bit impulsive, but all of that color, the holo, is really cool. Now next up, this one is a bit of a nod to the past, and I just had to grab it for nostalgia. It is the Kangaskhan, and it is from Jungle. It is just something that just screams to my childhood. It is absolutely scraped and battered to death. You can see it in there. You can see all the scratch marks. He did say at the time when I was purchasing it, it was heavily played. It is scuffed around the edges, and I could not care less, because this card again just gives me that nod to the past. Now these last two were simply just part of a giveaway where they chuck in a bunch of sort of random cards, but I kept these two because I know that they are going to be additions to the binder. Now sadly, Sandile is actually not an upgrade, we already have it, but the Fennekin will actually go in at 653 as a new addition. Now the nostalgic Kangaskhan is actually going to go in as an upgrade. We're going to be taking out this uncommon and we will slide in the new one, and that is at entry 115. The Lucario EX will go in at 448 alongside its pre-evolution. We're then going to go ahead and put the cast form in at 351. We're then going to go ahead and pop the Weirdeer in at 899. Rockruff then goes in at 744. The Terrapagos actually goes in as the last slot at the very back of the binder at 1024. The Tatsuguri EX is actually an upgrade. We're going to be going ahead and taking out this uncommon, and we'll be popping in the EX in its place. That is a lovely little upgrade. The Drapion V will then go in at 452. The Blitzel AR is actually going to be an upgrade. We're going to be swapping out this common here, and we'll be sliding in the upgrade as well. Very nice upgrade. And then the Magneton, oh my god, that artwork is so sick, is going to go in at entry 82 as a new addition. The Chimecho illustration rare goes in there as a brand new addition, and that is at entry 358. The Vibrava illustration rare will go in then at 329. 618 is Stunfisk, that's going to go in there. And finally, the Darkrai GX is going to go in as a new addition at 491. Okay, so as always, we have gone straight over to the document. I have updated it with all of the latest entries, all of the different updates to all of the information, and you can see there the new graph. Now, as you would expect, because I've done it a couple of times now, I missed one card entry on a previous episode. So we actually end this episode on 256. So just about sort of a quarter of the way there now, just pretty much shy of one. So we are, I think we're flying. I think we're 7 episodes in. We are now looking at, good sort of 10 to 15 new entries every single episode. But anyway, let me know what you thought of today's WhatNot episode. This is the second episode I've done this. I do have a bunch more cards coming up. Easily got another 2 episodes of this style of video with the singles. So let me know which one you prefer in the comments, whether or not it's singles or it's the packs. It really will help me out a bunch. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.